A very good morning to you, Zaya, and your family. I pray and trust that you are blessed. As you know, this has been Sports Month, and the theme for the month, as you've heard from the HOD, has been mentorship. And it's been amazing. And I hope that you have learned a lot, and I hope that you have been challenged, and that you are considering mentoring if you have not been in this, especially where sports is concerned. Mentoring the sports people and using sports to mentor. So today, or rather this week, we are going to go on a journey, and we're going to be hearing from someone who's been involved in soccer and how he is now involved in mentoring. But first, I want him to introduce himself. He's what I call a legend, and I got to know about him back in the day when I was growing up. And in my opinion, he was the first Kenyan to ever leave the country to go as a professional footballer, but he tells me that he was not. So I'm going to ask him to introduce himself, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and how he got into soccer. So karibu sana.
Asante sana.
It's really an honor to meet you and to get to talk to you.
Thank God.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Musa Otieno. Musa Otieno is a family man. Napenda Mungu sana sana sana. Niko na familia. Na nimetoka kwa familia watu 11. So my name is Musa Otieno. A born again Christian. I'm a family man. I came from a family of 11. The life passed to my fullest.
Okay, so Musa, tell us, how did you get into soccer?
Wow, you know, soccer, we say that soccer is everything to us, because wherever we grew up in a place where there is, you know, sometimes people say football, and then we say soccer. Mm-hmm. So we grew up in an area that football was everything to us. Mm-hmm. And I think my peers, we talk about, we drink football, we eat football, and we sleep football. Mm-hmm. Now, I just told you that coming from that family, he tells you that that was an amateur team called Bejos, yes, which was brought up into our family. Uh-huh. So football was everything to me. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So do you have siblings who also play professionally?
No, we are lucky enough to have one, who I think at the moment is not playing, but he got a scholarship with football, went to the US. Now his name is Eric Omondi. Okay. You know, it was a privilege for me, first of all, to play with him in the national team. Wow. To have two brothers, and that is my icon of football, or I can say that my top pentagon of football, because that is the day which my father came, who was not even a soccer player, came to watch me and his other son playing football. So I think we are the only two who went to play until the high level. Okay. The rest played in the amateur level. Uh-huh. Yes.
And so your children, are they also in sports and soccer, football?
You know, I have 4 kids. Uh-huh. And my daughter, she's nowhere concerning football. You know, for her, football is out. Uh-huh. My son was a very good rugby player and a cricket player. Okay. You know, all his life he has been into South Africa. That is where he played professional football. Okay. So when I went to South Africa, it was 1997. I think that is the time which he went there as a small boy. Okay. So for him, it was cricket and football. He didn't want to play football because there is no, they always say that, can you enter the shoe of your dad? So for him, every time he was going to play football, and he was maybe playing badly, you cannot play like your dad. Oh. And for him, he decided, I don't want to play football. Let me just go and play something which it is unique to me. Yes. I didn't know cricket. There's nothing which I'll talk about cricket or rugby. So he took that path. Uh-huh. And because it is a sport, because I'm a dad, I'll just follow you. Mm-hmm. And he's doing very well. He's a teacher now at the moment. Okay. And he's teaching rugby in one of the good schools on to the other side. Uh-huh. Yes. That's wonderful.
That's good. So your father did not know about soccer, and you do not know about cricket. So it's a family thing.
If I can tell you the story of that dad, you know, may his soul rest in peace. You know, it was, you know, those old parents who were like, I'll give you food, I'll take you to school, but one-on-one. You know what you're talking about, the mentorship or so. As long as he gives the wife food, and the kids are going to school. But I understand him, because he was 24 hours working. But he didn't know who I was talking to or who I was working to. And you know, one day when I signed to FC Leopard, he saw me in the newspaper. Allah. And he, hey, so you are a very good player. And those are old. I'm already in Form 2, and now he didn't. You know, his life was not there. He was just about to intermingle. Maybe in December, Christmas time, he'll go to church and relax. So, but again, for me, I thank him. You know, whatever he is, may his soul rest in peace. He made the man who is today.
True.
Yes.
True. Okay. So you said you're in Form 2 and you are signed into AFC.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How can you be in school and you're playing for such a big club?
You know, come on, najua. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. And I think I knew. I knew. And I think for me, as growing up in that, first of all in this area, Maringo, I think life was a bit difficult. And for me, I saw that soccer is something, or football is something which is going to take me where the poverty which he had into our house. You know, mind you, those houses are very small. You know, each and everybody has a story.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I saw football is like something which will take me out of poverty. And it took the community itself for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve.
Wow.
Because I saw where I was coming from and I knew where I wanted. Because those are the days when you were looking at our seniors, the Abbas, Mohammed, the goalkeeper, the John Bobby Ogolas, you took those newspapers, you are cutting the Wilberforce Murila. I said that, hey, I want to be like Wilberforce Murila. I want to be like Bobby Ogola. You know, those are the stories, those are the pathways, which I think nowadays the kids don't have. So I think for me, I was passionate. You know, my nickname is Otieno. And Otieno is somebody who was like everywhere. He was an actor, the story of an actor, of a movie. I was not like crude. I can saw in a very good way. But I was there as a leading person. Okay. But I wanted to achieve. But I saw the only thing which can save us into our house, it is football. So I went to school at Dr. Kraft Primary School. Okay. At that time, 1989, when I finished, I went to Fafajerico. So that was 1990. So playing, first of all, I was selected. There was a team, a local under 17 for the national team, which was going to Seychelles. You know, those are the days when if you don't have, let's say, call a godfather, I forget. Me, I didn't have a godfather, but I had that talent of playing. I was selected to be in the national team of under 16, which was going to Seychelles. Wow. They took my passport, my birth certificate, everything. I'm telling you. Punde si punde. I was dropped. Not because I was like a bad player, but sometimes we always say that now I come to realize that God's time is always the best. Yes. You know, I was dropped just because I didn't have a godfather. That's the last minute. But lucky enough, one door was closed, and then we went to inter-secondary schools in Mombasa. So that was, I was now in Form 2 now, entering Form 2. Yeah. You know, we played the inter-secondary schools games, and I can tell you, I was, you know, they always saw that MVP. I was the MVP of the inter-secondary schools. Wow. And that's now the time now. FC Leopard came, Gor Mahia came, Reunion came, Bandari came to sign me. I was still a student. All of them? Yes. Okay. I was so good in a sense that I think what motivated me because of where I came from. And I saw that this is the only talent, which is an opportunity. Sometimes we always talk about opportunity, get it and run with it. So when I got that opportunity, I took it. But there were two obstacles. First, the good deal was Bandari. Bandari was in Mombasa, at the port. It's either go to Mombasa and continue with my studies, or I'm back in Nairobi. And you know, there are two things again here. If I go to Mombasa, it means that, hey, you're alone. I'm alone. And chances of me leaving school, it was high. Yeah. Then we talk about mentors, you know, reaching there again, the brothers. I had a teacher called Mr. Makomi at Fajerico High School.